You are here. And that is enough for today. You are breathing. Your heart is still beating, even when it aches. You may not see the path clearly, but your presence on this earth is not a mistake. You are not late. You are not behind. Life does not rush the blooming of the flower, and it will not rush your becoming. The pain you carry is not who you are. The thoughts that swirl in your mind are not the whole truth of you. You are more than the noise in your head. You are more than the fear in your chest. You are more than the wounds you hide so well. There is a place inside you that has never been hurt, that still remembers how to shine. Even when the world seems dim, that light within you is alive. It flickers, it hums, it waits for you to remember. There is no need to strive today. There is no need to fix everything. There is healing in your stillness. There is grace in your breath. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to weep. You are allowed to rest without guilt. This moment is not wasted. Even if all you do is breathe, it is enough. The world does not need your perfection. It needs your presence. It needs your gentleness, your honesty, your truth. You do not have to carry everything alone. Let the light hold you. Let peace begin with your willingness to surrender. You have tried so hard. You have endured so much. You deserve to heal. You deserve to feel the sun on your skin and believe again. You deserve to take up space, even when you feel small. You deserve to belong. There is nothing wrong with needing comfort. There is nothing wrong with being soft. The world will try to tell you that strength means silence, but true strength is soft enough to feel and brave enough to stay open. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to not know. You are allowed to change your mind, to try again, to fall and rise and fall again. Life is not asking for perfection. It is asking for presence. The truth is, you are sacred, even in your sadness. You are worthy, even in your weakness. You are loved, even when you forget how to love yourself. There is nothing you must do to earn that love. There is nothing you must prove. It already belongs to you. And when the noise gets loud, when the days feel long, when you question everything, remember this: you are still here. And that is not a small thing. That is a miracle. The light has not abandoned you. The path may be unclear, but the next step will come when you are ready. You do not have to see the whole map. You only need to take one breath at a time, one small act of courage, one gentle whisper of yes. You are not alone. Even when you feel unseen, you are held. Even when you feel forgotten, you are remembered. Let this be your reminder. Let this be your rest. You don't have to keep pushing. You don't have to hold it all together. You can exhale. You can soften. You can trust that the light is already at work within you, even when you can't see it. And in time, without rushing, without force, you will begin to feel whole again. Not because the pain never existed, but because love never left. You have come further than you think. There were days you did not believe you would make it. Yet here you are, not by accident, but by quiet resilience. You didn't need to shout your strength for it to be real. You didn't need to be seen to be worthy of arrival. Every silent struggle, every hidden tear, every moment you chose to stay has brought you to this breath. That is not failure. That is grace. You are not weak because you feel tired. You are human. And being human is a sacred experience, not a flaw to overcome. You are not made to be unbreakable. You were made to feel. You were made to soften in the presence of beauty and weep in the presence of sorrow. You were made to laugh without shame, to cry without apology, to love without fear. Your sensitivity is not a burden. It is your brilliance. The way you notice the small things, the way your heart breaks for others, the way you search for meaning in the mundane, these are gifts. Let no one take them from you. Let no one shame the depth of your compassion. This world needs more of it. It needs more people who choose kindness when anger is easier, who offer a hand instead of turning away. You are allowed to be that person, even if others don't understand. Even if your gentleness is met with confusion. You are not here to meet the expectations of a world that forgot how to feel. You are here to remember. You are here to remind. There is no rush. Healing doesn't follow a timeline. You are allowed to take the long road. You are allowed to rest often. You are allowed to return to the same lesson again and again. That doesn't mean you're failing. That means you're growing. Growth is not always forward. Sometimes it circles. Sometimes it returns to old wounds to heal them more deeply. Sometimes it sits still. And that is okay. What matters is your intention, your openness, your willingness to begin again. Every morning is a chance to return to yourself. Every breath is a homecoming. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. Readiness is not a feeling. It is a choice to show up, even with shaking hands. Even when you're unsure. Even when the road looks dark. The light walks with you. It does not leave because you are uncertain. It does not retreat because you are afraid. It meets you where you are. Always. In your sorrow. In your silence. In your confusion. It waits patiently for you to remember that you are not alone. That you were never meant to carry it all. That rest is sacred. That peace is possible. You may not feel whole yet, but you are not broken. You are becoming. Let that be enough for today. Not everything must be fixed. Not everything must be finished. You are allowed to be in between. You are allowed to still be learning. You are allowed to still be becoming. Some things can't be forced into clarity. They unfold in their own time. Like petals, like dawn, like healing. Let yourself soften. Let yourself be undone if that's what it takes to feel again. Let yourself crumble if that's how your walls come down. There is strength in your softness. There is wisdom in your weeping. You are not a burden for needing space. You are not a problem to solve. You are a soul in transition. A heart rediscovering its rhythm. A being unlearning the lie that you must do more to be enough. You are already enough. You have always been. Before the doing. Before the proving. Before the striving. The light has always seen your worth. Not for your accomplishments, but for your essence. For your being. For your simple, breathtaking presence. If you could see yourself as the light sees you, you would never doubt your value again. You would never shrink to fit into the spaces that ask you to disappear. You would walk with your head high, not from pride, but from remembrance. You would speak with gentleness, not because you're afraid to offend, but because you know your voice carries healing. You would love boldly, not because it guarantees safety, but because it reflects who you are. You are love. That is the truth beneath the noise, beneath the pain, beneath the layers you've worn to protect yourself. You are love. And you are allowed to return to that truth whenever you forget. Come back. Come back to stillness. Come back to breath. Come back to softness. Let the walls fall. Let the masks slip. Let yourself be seen. Even if only by the light. Even if only in the mirror. You deserve to live as you truly are, not as the world demands, but as your soul longs to be. You deserve mornings without pressure, evenings without judgment, moments without fear. You deserve to belong in your own skin. To trust your own pace. To believe again in your own becoming. The light is not asking you to hurry. It is not asking you to perform. It is asking you to receive. To allow. To surrender the idea that you must earn love. To let yourself rest in what has always been yours. You are here. You are breathing. You are becoming. And that is enough. That is more than enough. That is holy. You are not behind. You are exactly where your soul needs to be to unfold. The timing of your life is not a mistake. The detours, the pauses, the seasons of stillness, each one is a thread in the greater tapestry of who you are becoming. You are allowed to trust this. You are allowed to breathe deeper and release the need to control what cannot be forced. The light within you is steady, even when your outer world feels uncertain. It does not fade with your doubt. It does not shrink when you are afraid. It waits. Patiently. Lovingly. Constantly. You do not have to be whole to be worthy. You do not have to be fixed to be beautiful. The cracks in your soul let the light in. The broken places are sacred ground, where grace meets you again and again. Let yourself be touched by that grace. Let yourself be softened by it. You are not alone. The weight you carry may feel invisible to others, but it is known by the light. Every silent grief, every silent hope, every silent longing, known, held, honored. You are not invisible here. You are seen without needing to be loud. You are valued without needing to prove. You are loved without needing to earn. Rest in that truth. Let it sink into your bones. Let it carry you through the doubt and into deeper trust. Trust in your journey. Trust in the pauses. Trust in the softness of the steps you are taking, even when you can't see where they lead. Not every answer comes quickly. Not every healing comes loudly. But still, healing comes. Still, the answers unfold in whispers. Still, love moves toward you in ways you do not expect. You were not made to force life into shape. You were made to listen, to respond, to move with the current, not fight it. There is a current beneath all things, a flow that carries us back to wholeness. Even when we drift, even when we fall, even when we forget how to hope, that current remains. And the moment you pause long enough to feel it, it will carry you again. You are not too much. Your emotions are not too heavy. Your dreams are not too big. Your softness is not a flaw. You are exactly enough, just as you are. And the parts of you that feel out of place are not mistakes. They are messages. They are invitations to live in alignment with your truth, to stop shrinking, to stop pleasing, to stop pretending. You are allowed to be real. You are allowed to be raw. You are allowed to be whole, even in your mess. The light will not leave you because you are still learning. It will not shame you for your struggle. It will not abandon you when you fall. The light is not conditional. It is not earned. It is your birthright, and it is with you now. Let it remind you, you are not the story others told about you. You are not your worst day. You are not the echo of their judgment. You are not your past. You are a soul in motion, a being of light, relearning how to stand in your own radiance. The shame you carry is not yours to keep. The fear you inherited can be laid down. The old voices that told you to be smaller do not get the final word. Your truth is louder, even in whispers. Your truth is stronger, even in stillness. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be real, to feel, to heal, to grow. You are here to be the soft place someone else needs. To be the voice that says, you matter, when the world forgets to. You are not here to compete. You are not here to impress. You are here to remember who you were before the world taught you to forget. Come back to that place, that inner home where you are enough simply for being. Let the noise fall away. Let the pressure release. Let the weight melt. And just breathe. One breath, then another. That is how you return. That is how you rebuild. That is how you begin again. Your journey is not measured by how fast you move, but by how true you remain. Stay true to your tenderness. Stay true to your light. Stay true to the quiet knowing inside you. There is space for you here. Space to be. Space to become. Space to not know, and be okay anyway. You are not late. You are not wrong. You are becoming. And that is sacred work. The light sees what you cannot. Trust that. Trust that you're already enough for the life that is waiting for you. There is no rush. There is no race. There is only this breath, this heart, this truth. You are already loved. You are already whole. You are already home. You are allowed to begin again, even if it is the 100th time. Even if the past echoes in your memory, even if the last time didn't go as planned. You are allowed to return to your center, to your softness, to your truth. There is no shame in starting over. There is no shame in being a work in progress. You are allowed to be both healing and whole at the same time. You do not need to choose between where you've been and where you are going. Your past does not cancel your worth. It is the path that brought you here. And here is a good place to begin. Let yourself breathe into this space. You do not have to hustle for peace. You do not have to strive for love. What is meant for you will not require you to betray yourself. The light that created you knows what you need before you ask. And while your voice matters deeply, even the quiet ache of your soul is heard. The universe is not deaf to longing. The divine is not blind to tears. Every silent prayer, every sacred breath, every trembling hope, held by something older than pain, held by something softer than fear. You do not have to explain your ache. You only need to be honest with yourself. Are you tired? Then rest. Are you grieving? Then grieve. Are you uncertain? Then stand still. You do not need to be more than you are. What you are is already enough. You are already a miracle in motion. You have survived storms that tried to break you. You have endured long nights of questioning. And yet, something in you still believes. Something in you still searches for light. That something is sacred. That something is your compass. Trust it. Even when it whispers. Even when it trembles. Even when it leads you to quiet places that others cannot understand. You are not called to follow their path. You are called to honor your own. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are still in the story. And the story is still unfolding. There is more for you. There is always more. More softness. More clarity. More beauty. More breath. You don't need to go looking for proof of your worth. Your existence is the proof. You woke up this morning. Your heart remembered how to beat. Your lungs remembered how to fill. That is enough. That is evidence of a miracle. And miracles don't need to be explained. They only need to be received. Receive the gift of today. Receive the stillness. Receive the kindness in a stranger's smile. Receive the way the sky holds the sun just for you. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are held. Always held. Even when your mind is racing. Even when your past feels heavy. even when your faith feels small. You are not loved less in your struggle. You are not loved less in your doubt. You are not loved less when you feel disconnected. Love is not performance-based. It is presence-based. And love is here. In this moment, in this breath, in this very sentence. Let it wash over you. Let it remind you. Let it rebuild you. You are allowed to not know what comes next. You are allowed to let go of needing all the answers. Sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is pause. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is breathe. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not the words others use to wound you. You are more. You have always been more. You are light wrapped in skin. You are divinity in motion. You are the reason someone else believes in hope. You are the reminder that survival is beautiful, that rising again is holy, that tenderness is a kind of superpower. The world does not need more hardness. It needs more softness. Your softness is not naive. It is revolutionary. To be soft in a world that taught you to harden is brave. To be open in a world that rewards performance is radical. You are brave. You are radical. You are sacred. Let this be your permission to stop performing, to stop pretending, to stop proving. You are already enough. You are already enough. Say it again, until your heart believes it, until your bones remember it, until your soul exhales in recognition. You don't have to do it all alone. You were never meant to. Let people in. Let grace in. Let silence in. Let healing in. You are not weak because you need help. You are wise because you recognize your limits. Your need is not a flaw. It is a doorway. And behind that door is connection, is peace, is love. Let yourself open that door. Let yourself be human. Let yourself be held. You are here. You are breathing. You are a miracle. You are becoming. You are not your worst moment. You are not the silence that followed someone walking away. You are not the echo of past rejection. You are not the pain others projected onto you. You are something far greater than what hurt you. You are the courage it took to stay. You are the softness you chose not to abandon. You are the hope you dared to hold in your hands even when it trembled. There is something resilient within you that not even fear could destroy. And that is what carries you now. That is what has always carried you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone to return to yourself. There is something sacred about your presence, even when your energy feels low. There is something beautiful in your breath, even when it shakes. There is nothing ordinary about continuing to open your heart when it has been bruised, about showing up for life when it has felt heavy. You have done so much already. Even in your stillness, you have been brave. Even in your doubt, you have been honest. Even in your sorrow, you have been growing. Growth does not always feel like progress. Sometimes it feels like grief. Sometimes it feels like letting go of a version of you that once felt safe but no longer fits. That is not failure. That is transformation. And transformation is not always pretty. Sometimes it is lonely. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it looks like disappearing so you can return to yourself without the noise. You do not need to be visible to be valid. You do not need to be celebrated to be significant. There is healing in the hidden places. There is strength in the slow unraveling. You are becoming in ways you cannot yet see. Trust that. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to feel like your strength has limits. That does not make you weak. That makes you real. And real people are the ones who inspire true change in the world. You do not have to wear a smile when you need to cry. You do not have to fake joy to be lovable. You are worthy in your rawness. You are enough in your exhaustion. There is no part of you that is too much for love to hold. Love is not afraid of your mess. It is not intimidated by your doubts. Love will meet you where you are, not where you pretend to be. You can stop pretending now. You can let go of the mask. You are safe to be seen. You are safe to be supported. You are safe to be human. You don't need to earn peace. You only need to make room for it. Peace does not come from fixing everything around you. Peace comes from remembering who you are beneath the noise. And who you are is not a mistake. Who you are is not a burden. Who you are is not a problem to be solved. Who you are is a miracle unfolding. There is no timeline for your healing. There is no finish line you must race toward. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself arrive. Let yourself feel what you feel without judgment. The feelings are not here to hurt you. They are here to teach you, to soften you, to clear the path forward. Let them move through you like the wind through leaves, without resistance, without fear. They are temporary. But your spirit is not. Your spirit is eternal. And no pain, no failure, No disappointment can remove the light that lives in you. The light is not fragile. The light is not gone. The light is still flickering in your quiet moments. It's still warming the edges of your grief. It's still calling you home, even when you can't hear it. And one day, when you are ready, you will rise again. Not because you are forcing it, but because the light in you cannot stay dim forever. It was made to shine. You were made to shine, even through tears, even through shadows, even through uncertainty. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be whole. And being whole means being honest with what hurts and what heals. Let yourself do both. Let yourself break and let yourself rebuild. You are not alone in this process. Many hearts are quietly walking beside you, even if you can't see them. Others are holding the same ache, asking the same questions, learning how to trust again too. We are all becoming. We are all unfolding. We are all finding our way back to the light. And you are doing better than you think. You are growing in invisible ways. You are shedding what no longer serves you. You are reclaiming what was lost. You are remembering how to be soft without breaking. You are learning how to stay open in a world that taught you to close. That is not weakness. That is divine strength. That is holy work. And you are doing it beautifully. Even when it doesn't feel like enough, it is. Even when no one else sees it, the light sees it. And the light is proud of you. You do not have to be strong all the time. You do not have to keep holding the world on your shoulders when your arms are tired. You do not have to keep pretending that everything is okay when your heart is breaking quietly behind your smile. You are allowed to crumble. You are allowed to fall apart. You are allowed to not know how to carry on. That is not weakness. That is truth. That is a sacred moment of surrender when healing begins to find its way in. The pressure to be everything for everyone is not yours to bear. You are not responsible for carrying the pain of the past or the expectations of the future. You are only responsible for showing up honestly in this breath, in this moment, in this space. And even that is not a demand. It is an invitation to rest, to release, to be without having to do. The light that loves you does not need you to perform. It does not need you to impress. It only asks that you let yourself be loved, that you let yourself be comforted, even when you are convinced you must figure it all out alone. You do not. You never did. And you never will. Help is holy. Rest is sacred. Asking is brave. Needing is not failure. Needing is human. And your humanity is not something to overcome, it is something to cherish. It is the doorway through which connection flows, through which peace enters, through which healing comes softly in the middle of the night when all you can do is whisper, "I can't do this alone." That whisper is enough. That whisper is a prayer. That whisper is heard. And from that place, something begins to shift. Not all at once. Not loudly. But gently. Silently. Slowly. A crack forms in the fear. A breath makes space in the grief. A softness returns to the chest. And you remember that you don't have to rush. That you don't have to be okay by tomorrow. That you don't need a perfect plan to keep going. You only need one small reason to try again. And if that reason today is simply that the sun rose and you were still here to witness it, then that is enough. If that reason is the sound of the wind, or the warmth of tea in your hands, or a single kind word from someone who didn't even know you were struggling, then that is enough. Let the small things save you. Let the quiet be your refuge. Let the invisible be your guide. You don't have to be visible to matter. You don't have to be loud to be heard by the light. You don't have to be confident to take one step forward. Just breathe. Just stay. Just remember that your worth is not conditional. It is not up for debate. It is not diminished by your doubt, or your fear, or your fatigue. You are still whole, even when you feel broken. You are still beautiful, even when your reflection doesn't match the strength you used to recognize. You are still you, even here, even now. And that is a miracle in motion. A becoming that no one else can define, interrupt, or rush. Let yourself become. Let yourself heal in layers. Let yourself learn how to hold joy without guilt and release pain without shame. You are not the only one who feels this way. And that does not make you less unique. That makes you more connected. That makes you human among humans, heart among hearts, breath among breath. We are all walking each other home, slowly, gently, blindly at times, but always toward the same light. And that light is not far. It is not outside of you. It is not something you must chase. It is within you. It has always been within you. Even in the darkness. Especially in the darkness. It never left. It never will. The healing you seek is already growing beneath the surface. The peace you crave is already whispering beneath the noise. The love you long for is already here, soft, patient, unconditional, waiting for you to stop running from yourself and turn inward, where everything you've ever needed quietly lives. You do not have to go back to who you were before the pain. You are not meant to return to an old version of yourself that was never meant to carry everything you now know. You are becoming someone new, someone deeper, someone wiser, someone softer. And that becoming is not always graceful. Sometimes it is awkward. Sometimes it is uncomfortable. Sometimes it looks like doubt and feels like exhaustion. But that does not mean it's wrong. That means it's real. Real change doesn't always feel like progress. Real healing doesn't always feel like light. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening at all. But trust this. Even in the quiet, something in you is shifting. Even in the silence, something is breaking open. Even in the stillness, you are being rebuilt. The heart knows how to heal if you let it. The soul knows how to guide if you listen. You don't need all the answers to be at peace. You only need to be willing to be present with what is. You only need to let go of the need to control the outcome. Peace lives in the space where expectation softens into acceptance. You don't have to force your path. You don't have to compete with anyone else's pace. Your timing is not broken. Your journey is not off course. You are unfolding exactly as you should, even when it doesn't look the way you thought it would. Sometimes the most sacred seasons are the ones no one else sees. The days spent crying quietly. The hours spent sitting in silence, wondering what comes next. The moments where you feel lost but are actually just resting in the space before clarity arrives. This space is holy. This waiting is not wasted. It is preparation. It is protection. It is a sacred pause that teaches you how to sit with yourself without judgment, how to stay when you want to run, how to breathe when you want to break. That is strength. Not the kind of strength the world rewards, but the kind of strength that carries you from one breath to the next. The kind of strength that allows softness to return. The kind of strength that whispers, you don't have to prove anything to be worthy of rest. You don't have to earn stillness. You don't have to justify your need for quiet. It is enough that you feel what you feel. It is enough that you are still here. It is enough that you are trying. Even when trying looks like resting. Even when trying looks like letting go. Even when trying means doing nothing at all except breathing through the weight of another moment. That breath is powerful. That breath is proof. That breath is enough. You do not have to shine all the time. You do not have to be a light for others when your own flame feels faint. It is okay to pull inward. It is okay to protect your energy. It is okay to exist without explanation. Not every season is for giving. Some are for receiving. Some are for remembering that you are allowed to be supported. That you are allowed to be carried. That you are allowed to be tired and still be enough. You are not weak because you need more rest than others. You are not broken because you feel more deeply. You are not wrong for holding space for emotions others try to bury. Your depth is not a flaw. It is a portal. A sacred place where the real work happens. Where healing roots itself. Where love begins again. Love always begins again. In the softness. In the surrender. In the breath that says, I am still here. That is your power. That is your truth. You are still here. Not because you never struggled, but because you chose to stay. And that choice, that brave, quiet choice, has changed the world in ways you may never see. Stay with yourself. Stay with the process. Stay with the hope that there is more to come. More beauty. More clarity. More connection. More truth. Let yourself receive it. Let yourself believe that goodness is not just for other people. That joy is not something you missed. That peace is not a prize you must earn. These things are for you too. Not because you are perfect. Not because you are fixed. But because you are here. And that is enough.